so it's currently like 9:30 in the morning. My mom is feeding Stella right now, so I have time to kind of do like a little like get ready with me. So I thought like we could just do that. Yeah. So I washed my face. It was actually pretty cold. Now I got my coffee and I use my cellular water. Those are kind of washing up. So I just brushed my teeth. Now I'm going to do my face. So as you could see, I just brushed my face and now I use this. It's kind of like a knockoff of the normal cream that I usually use. I might realize when I bought it that it wasn't the right one until I got home and I went to put it on my face, and then I realized. So yeah, now we're in a different bathroom just because my mom had to leave, so I have to watch Stella while I do my face. Being a first-time mom, it definitely helps when and Stella's crying. I'll be right back. So she actually dropped her toy, which is why she was crying. But yeah, it just helps when you're a new mom, especially during postpartum, because I'm going to be 7 months postpartum, and I think like 4 days. It just helps to kind of like get your day started, I guess you could say. It definitely helps me anyway. But yeah, so I did my face. Now usually what I do is, let me wash my hands. What I'll usually do now is just use Vaseline and just kind of put Vaseline on my lips. I find it helps to like soothe them and just kind of like I'm not so cracked. I have really bad cracked lips. I don't know why, but I do. So this just kind of helps it, like especially in like the winter time, just so like they're not as cracked. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put that on, and then what I usually do after that is just do my whitening strips. I find like really help your teeth, especially because like ever since like being like a new mom and stuff, I find it hard to brush my teeth like 3 times a day. So I usually go for 2, one in the morning and then one at night. But yeah, and just a little story time because I don't know if people know who I am. So hi, my name is Grwm and I have a 7-month-old baby. I'm 18. I will be 19 in October 5th. And yeah, so basically I just do like day in my life and stuff like that. This is actually going to be my first video. But yeah, that's about it. I have a boyfriend, his name is Zach. We have 2 cats together. We have Ginger and Cheddar. Ginger is a boy and Cheddar is a girl. And yeah. Right now, Zach is currently at work. And I'm a stay-at-home mom. I also strictly breastfeed. So that is one of the reasons why I am a stay-at-home mom. And also just because she's like really young and I don't really trust daycares and stuff like that. Just because of like what I've seen on like the news and stuff like that. But yeah. Okay, so those are in there and now I'm gonna talk like this, which is so fun. But yeah. So I have a 7-month-old baby. Her name is Stella. And she's really cute. She's like the highlight of my life. But yeah, and so basically, just to give you like a bit of background, I got pregnant when I was 17. I didn't know that I was pregnant because all the tests came back negative, and I still got like my period. It was more or less like spotting, but because I was on birth control, I assumed that like it was normal because my period used to be like that like all the time, just like spotting, and then it'll go like super heavy and then it'll be spotting again. And I took like I think like 5 pregnancy tests and like they all came back negative, so I'm like okay type of thing. And then yeah, and then basically I think like a month or two went by after that, and I was 12 weeks pregnant, I want to say, maybe 8. I think it was 8. And a test finally came back positive, and I'm like, oh God, right? So then I took another one that told me the period, like how many weeks I am, and it said 4 plus, and I'm like, oh, like I'm like far along. So then I went to the doctor and I got like the ultrasound done, and apparently I was, yeah, I think I was around like 9 weeks pregnant, which was worrying me because I was still on birth control. So I was still taking birth control while I was pregnant without me even knowing. But yeah, so that's how that happened, and we were also using like protection and like all that. But yeah, and I still wound up pregnant. Yeah, and then on top of using birth control even while pregnant. But yeah, but obviously I stopped using birth control like once I found out. But yeah, and so since because I was like really young and stuff like that, I would have to go to school. So yeah, but anyways, that's my skincare routine as a mom. Because yeah, you can't do that much. But yeah, and these stay on for about like 30 minutes and then I can take them off. But yeah, so thank you for getting ready with me. Bye.